Bitcoin dropped billions in market value, and that was fast. The big question is this the beginning of a new bear market or just a shake-up before the next major wave? Stay with me, because in the next minute, I'll break down exactly what triggered the fall and why Bitcoin is bouncing back right now. Before we dive in, drop your take in the comments whether the bear market is starting or it's just a temporary correction. By the way, my name is Peter Pearl and I'm the founder of Pearl Markets. I help traders see beyond the charts to understand the real fundamentals driving every move in the market. And also, let's talk about what really caused this sharp drop in Bitcoin. Firstly is the US-China trade tension. The US slapped heavy tariffs in Chinese tech and global investors instantly pulled out of risk assets. Bitcoin is being high risk and it took a hit. You also have to understand that there was mass liquidation. Leveraged traders got wiped out as cascading sell orders amplified the drop. There's also a flight to safety. When fear dominates, money rushes out of crypto and back into safe assets like bonds and dollar. Last but not least, the macro pressure, ongoing uncertainty around inflation, interest rates, and policy decisions all weighed in heavily on Bitcoin. So now let's talk about the bounce. People are talking about after the crash, there was a quick bounce. And what is causing this bounce? We are going to go into the charts, but I want you to understand how these things work and how it happens, so that whenever it happens, you know what to do. Concerning the crash too, Bitcoin became heavily oversold and short traders started covering positions, which triggering a quick relief rally. Then came a softer US tone on the tariffs, which cooled down the global panic. It added optimism about a weaker dollar and also a possible Fed rate cuts, and that's what sparked this short recovery we are seeing. So could this be the start of a new bullish wave or the calm before a deeper bear phase? I'll break down the full Elliott wave structure in this video, but for now, I want your take. Comment below whether the bear market is beginning or a wave correction is happening. So let's quickly look at the charts. If you go into the charts, this is the weekly that I'm tracking. I'm tracking two scenarios. This is when the bearish move that we are looking for, that if the start of the bear market, then this is the particular count that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So now we are looking at a wave one. No, this is my bearish count when the bear market is starting. Now we are looking for a deeper correction in this, if this is the scenario where after this wave 2 we've seen a nice 1 2 3 4 5 for an impulsive wave, with the wave 5 being an ending diagonal. So if that is the case, then we are anticipating a sharp move to the downside, for the correction. So now we are looking at something like the market giving us more drop. This is the weekly. We are going to go on to the daily to see what is happening. A sharp drop, maybe even possible, coming this low before we move into the upside. That is if the bear market is starting. So how are we going to look at this in the, let's quickly jump into the daily and the 4-hour. So now we are seeing, if that is the case, then this is a possible wave one. That is coming. Then we will quickly look at a correction, which I talked about why the market was recovering. So an ABC correction like this for a wave 2. Then the market will continue to the downside to give us an A, B, C, or whatever the correction that it wants to tap into it. So don't fall for the bull run now, because it's too early. This sharp drop it was very sharp, and we need its associated correction. So wait for that. If don't just fall for a bull trap where you just start buying. If there's a possibility, this is a wave 2 correction that is happening for the downside to continue. Then we also can look at, if we look at the alternative scenario, then this is a possible wave if you look at the scenario now, we are seeing an ended diagonal, but this, if you look at this one, this is not the end of what we are tracking. This is not the end of what we are tracking. We are looking at this is a wave 3, so we are anticipating the correction, but this is not going to be the beginning of the bear market. So this, we are looking at an ABC, an ABC for wave 4. Then the market will resume its bullish one. So that is the two things that we are tracking now. So as the market is going on, wait and see how these corrections form. Because now for every sharp impulsive wave, there is its related correction. So if we are going to look at this as a sharp wave, then its associated correction is going to come. And whether the correction is going to be a wave 2 correction or a wave B correction, whether it's going to be the beginning of the market, we need more price action to look at it. So now trade safe. So just you can trade in bits on this. If maybe you want to trade the bull side, there are ways you can trade it. But know that I'm not more interested in the bull run right now. I want to see how this particular correction forms. Then after I get this, if I get a very nice correction, I'm going to buy, but for the short term. So if I pull my FIB, I'm looking at somewhere between the 50 if I pull my FIB, I'm looking at somewhere within the 50 and 80 zone, somewhere between 50 and the 61.8 zone. And you can see that the market is still not yet there yet. So there's a possibility of it, irrespective of which of the counts that you are anticipating now. Just wait for these particular kind of corrections to give you more into this particular zone. Then we will decide if we get a sell setup, then we are going to sell. As the sell begins to happen, then it's when we are going to look at if it is the bear market that is beginning, or it is just the market having a breathe in for the bullish run to continue. So if this breakdown gave you clarity, hit like, hit the subscribe button, then share it to one trader who panicked during this drop. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next video. My name is Peter Pear and I'm out.